Hello friends, this video on current electricity part 16 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 15 before going ahead with this one. Now we will talk about current density. You remember when we talked about current being a scalar or a vector, I told you that current is a scalar quantity, but there is another quantity which is a vector quantity and which takes care of the direction part involved in a current. So now let us talk about current density. It is basically a property which describes at a specific point of the conductor. So that means, like, let us suppose if I have a conductor, if I say what is the amount of current that is flowing through this particular point of the conductor. At that time, current density plays a role. So current density is nothing but the current flowing per unit area, provided the area is held normal to the current. So in this case, current density is current flowing per unit area, but this area here is not a scalar quantity. This area is an area vector here. We have also spoken about area vector when we were studying about flux, right, in one of our previous lessons. So area vector is something where not only the magnitude of the area but also the orientation of the area plays an important role. So current flowing per unit area vector is current density. So as the orientation of the area changes, the amount of current flowing through the area also changes, right? So current density is generally denoted by a capital J. So we can write it as J is equal to I per unit area. It is a vector quantity. That is the most important point here. Now let us understand the area vector part in this way. Let us suppose you have this board where this arrow comes and strike, right? Now let us suppose if the board is located in this way, if the board is situated in this orientation, what happens when all the arrows come, they come and directly strike the board. So if you see, there were a total of 6 arrows here, 7 arrows, and all of them were able to strike the board. Now if I change the orientation of the board in this way, it is slightly oriented, making some angle theta with the y-axis. Now in this case, what happens? Not all, but only 3 of the arrows could touch the board. Now let us suppose if I change the orientation all the more and make it flat on the ground. In this case, what would happen? We see that not a single arrow is able to touch the board. That means the amount of current which is flowing, even though the current which started initially remains the same, but depending on the orientation of the board, the amount of current which actually had flown changed, right? So this shows that the current flowing, that is the current density, changes as the orientation of the area changes. So this is why area is looked at as a vector quantity in this case, because the orientation of the area plays a very important role here. So we call it as area vector, and that is why we consider current density as a vector quantity. So when we define current density, there also we very clearly mention that it is the current flowing per unit area, provided the area is held normal to the current. That means if the current is flowing in this direction, the area has to be held like this. So only in that case, current density would mean the current flowing per unit area, because otherwise the current flowing would not be the correct current flowing, right? Because if your area is changing its orientation, the amount of current flow is also changing. So here, let me make it mathematical so that it becomes easy for you. As I told, this current density can be written as the change of current with unit area. So this can be written like this, where area means area vector, right? So J dot dA is equal to di. Now what is this? This is nothing but J into dA cos theta, which is equal to the amount of current which is flowing through this area dA. Now when this area vector is perpendicular to j. That means let us suppose this area vector is perpendicular to j. In that case, theta will be equal to 90 degree. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 1. Therefore, j dA will be equal to di. So, we say that in this case, I will be equal to ja, or we can say j is equal to I per unit area. So, j is equal to I per unit area is true only when the area vector is held normal to the direction of the current. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.